Now a while ago Jeremy did a video where he cut up a chicken with one of Kyley's knives. Nice little knife. And Bruce sort of make an offhanded comment in the comment section, obviously, or else we make comments too. Sort of making a little jibe at the fact when I usually cut up chickens or turkeys, I use something like this. This is a really nice bush knife from Andrew Takash, and that's normally what I do. Cut up the chickens with a knife like that because I like to have a bit of fun, and these are the knives I like to use. So Bruce said, laid out a little informal challenge, and he said, well Cliff, what's the smallest knife you can cut up a chicken with? I've chopped them up with bill hooks, great big monster blades from Dan Kevlar. With this is my keychain knife. It's a spider called Byrd. This is a mature chicken. They call them stewing chickens. You don't actually want to try to cook this in any kind of normal way because the meat is really tough. They're past beyond their prime. So you usually make stews, soups, or they make good chicken pot pies. So tougher than normal chicken, smaller than normal knife. Wing down. Wing down. Now the edge that I keep on this small knife is not ideal for this. It's the edge from coarse TMT stone, and I leave it that coarse because the blade is that short that I want very high slicing aggression because I don't have very much length. But as you can see, it's actually too sticky for the chicken, and it doesn't have very little push cutting ability. But again, I don't want this for push cutting. I want this in some kind of weird emergency where this is the only knife I got. And I do need to cut through a piece of rope, cut through a seat belt, something like that. So I leave that very aggressive edge on it. Legs gone. And again, as with all animals, while we're full of bones, the bones are not all connected together. So just separate the bones and you'll end up just having to cut through the soft tissue. Now again, this is a stewing chicken, so all this is going to have to be cut chunked up. There's your breast and your tender. Breast, bone left on, but I want to get rid of that, so I'm just going to chunk this up anyway. Your tender. So, there's our little stewing chicken, all cut up with our little spider called Byrd. That's it. That's the smallest knife that I carry. It's easily able to do that work. It's a bit of an amusing thing to do, and in general it's much more efficient with a larger knife. And especially you don't need to be as delicate working around the bones when you're separating the thigh, and again when you're popping apart the legs you can just cut right through them, but this little thing can't, so you got to be a bit more surgical.